Hello and welcome to week 2. First off, I wanted to just go over real quick our Career Center resources. Usually when we have a live class here, I have the Career Center come in and show you guys a presentation on all the resources that they have available to you. I highly recommend you guys using them. It's a free service while you're here attending school. They can actually look over your LinkedIn, give you tips on how to create your LinkedIn and make it better. They can give you tips on resumes. So when we get to that resume project and you're having issues or struggling with how to write it, feel free to visit the Career Center. They're doing everything online and virtual right now. It's a wonderful resource. So if you look in Cougar Courses here under week 2, I actually have a link to the presentation, Career Center. I know it's not exactly the same as having someone talk to the presentation in front of you guys in person, but at least you guys have it here. So please do that. Take advantage of them. So this week we're going to go over blogs. So just real quick, the history of blogs. Dating back to the 1990s, a blog in its early form was an online diary where people would share their thoughts about their daily lives. First blog was written by Justin Hall in 1994 with his personal homepage, Justin's Links. The word blog coined in 1997 from weblog. Here's a chart here of the most popular blogs and the average number monthly searches by types of blogs. So all different types of blogs here. I'm sure there's even more beyond this list. So why are blogs so important? And why are they so popular? They give everyday people a voice. They provide an easy way for anyone from around the world to share opinions and ideas with a larger audience. They help readers keep up to date on the latest trends and topics they are interested in. And they're a great marketing tool for many businesses. So one of the ways they help marketing is they show their domain expertise, they educate people, they can talk about reviews of products, services. It also increases their SEO, which is their search engine optimization when people search for them on Google. I am in a ton of blogs. I read blogs all the time. I actually write blogs as well for one of my clients. And especially social media blogs, since I'm a social media person. I'm constantly reading blogs. I'm subscribed to blogs. I'm sure you guys read a bunch too. Maybe some of you guys already have blogs that you write up. So some of the benefits of blogging: it increases brand awareness, it humanizes the brand, facilitates word of mouth marketing, provides an easy way to keep customers up to date on industry trends and company products and services, creates meaningful and shareable conversations with customers. As I mentioned before, SEO, which is a search engine optimization, establishes credibility and trust with customers, increases website traffic because you can put links in your blog to go to your website or certain products or services, helps brands get discovered on social media, and it generates leads. Some of the disadvantages of blogging: it requires a large time commitment. You don't just sit there and write a blog. You actually have to know the subject material. You got to come up with a concept or a topic. If it's interviewing someone, maybe you got to go and you got to set up a time to interview someone. If it's a product review, you have to use the product first. So there's a lot of time involved. Coming up with photos or videos, links to other pages. There's no instant payback. The longer your blog, the more traffic you will generate over time, though. New blog content needs to be added regularly in order to keep readers engaged. You can't just write one blog and walk away. You got to be consistent. Usually people write blogs once a month, once a week, or once a quarter. There's a large saturation of blogs online today, so making it increasingly hard for brands to compete. So you make sure you got to have value in your blog for people to read it. It takes time to build a large following. ROI, which is return on investment, can be difficult to measure. So getting started with blogs, you set specific and measurable goals, just like any type of business or marketing campaign. Examples could be number of visitors, website traffic, engagements like comments and shares, and leads. Creating a blog site: there's plenty of free ones out there, a 3-party website or embedded within a company website. I think I use Tumblr, free app or free blog site. Consistent branding and color schemes, an about page, a blog post template, social sharing buttons, very important, comment feature, and a subscribe button. Usually the blog sites you use now, like Tumblr, it has a lot of that already in the template, like the comments, subscribe, and social sharing, so you don't really have to worry too much about that these days. The different types of blogs, so many different types of blogs, right? How-to tutorials, controversial, problem solution, report, challenges, checklists, review blog, case studies, what ifs, questions, current news and events, comparison, list, behind the scenes, research, inspiration, timeline, and interview. So writing a blog post. Your outline, decide how long the blog will be. Longer posts tend to perform better on search engines, but shorter posts may resonate with readers more. The content, strategy, topic, and audience will ultimately dictate the length of the blog post. Write down all the main takeaways and key points to include in the blog and organize them into sections. So just like you're writing a paper. Blog post title. This is probably the hardest part of writing a blog. It must be catchy, engaging, pulling the reader to learn more. Includes keywords. Short and to the point, 70 characters or less. I always recommend to come up with a few working titles first to help you focus on the blog, and then after you write the blog and read it, then tweak that title to go with the content that you just wrote. So you're going to always have an introduction. This is your first chance to grab the reader's attention. If the reader is not hooked within the first few seconds, then they're going to stop reading. So think about you when you read a blog. What hooks you into continually reading a blog, right? You want to make sure you catch that person. Tell a story, share a joke, use a statistic, provide an interesting fact, ask a question, or state something controversial. The intro should also provide readers with the purpose of the post, directly addressing a problem the reader may have. So if it's a product review, maybe it's a problem they're having. Here's a product or service that I reviewed to help you solve that problem. Main body of your blog post. This is where you get into the why and how of the problem you presented in the intro. First, present the problem in more detail with why the problem is so difficult to solve. Tell a story, include statistics, provide core points through a solution to the problem. And your conclusion. Bring the readers full circle and summarize the main points and takeaways of the blog. End the blog with a call to action link to entice readers to share your post, leave a comment, subscribe to the blog, sign up for an email, download an asset, or visit your website. You can also choose to end with a cliffhanger, an inspirational statement, or tease a future blog post which will provide a more depth analysis of the topic. So maybe it's a recipe. Hey, you're making your tacos for Taco Tuesday. At the end, you leave them with, if you want to keep reading my next blog, you can follow on my recipe for make a margarita to go with the tacos. Just an example. So you always want to optimize for SEO, include keywords and hyperlinks, option to subscribe and share on social, formatting, your publishing date, your header, your inline images, organize with sections, bold text, bullet points, lists, images, etc. Proofread and publish. Always proofread. I always tell people, recommend, hey, have someone else proofread the paper for you or the blog for you, because you never know if you're going to have a typo in there, or you could have stared at it too long so things don't pop out, like sentence structures. If you can't have someone else edit it, then put the blog away for a day or two, don't look at it, and then come back to it to edit it. So now we're going to go over the blog assignment here. And everything is in Cougar Courses. I always want to say Canvas because at Miracosta College it's called Canvas, and at Cal State it's called Cougar Courses. So if you ever hear me saying Canvas, it's Cougar Courses is what I mean. And I'm probably going to mess that up a lot. So the exact assignment for the blog with all the details are here. And your discussion 1 about blogs is here. So you just open this up. Opens up your Word doc here. Your assignment will look like this. Your blog assignment. So it is optional for students to publish their blog on a LinkedIn account. as a LinkedIn published article or published on a student's own blog site. It's not required, but it's optional. I suggest you guys really make a good blog, take advantage of it, and post it. Do it. Use it. Topics can be chosen from the following. So you have 18 different topics you can choose from. And here's the assignment. You're going to be writing a blog post that must include 500 to 1,000 words in length, a compelling and catchy title, use of relevant keywords, images, and hyperlinks. So I want you to use a minimum of 2 photos. If you are posting online, you must own the rights of the images being used, such as photos you've taken, purchased from stock, or royalty-free images. If you're not going to be posting this blog online and you're just going to be turning it into me, then it's okay to use Google Images because, you don't have to worry about copyright issues. There's a minimum of 2 hyperlinks, so you'll need to fit in 2 hyperlinks into your blog. It should be original, well-crafted, and well-informed. Proofread with proper grammar and sentence structure. Include an intro, a body, and conclusion. You'll submit a Word doc, a PDF to turn it in, and here's the due date, Friday, September 25th at 11:55 p.m. So it's pretty easy blog because you can pick any type you want here. I can show you a quick example of a blog that I recently just wrote for a client. It's not been published yet, but I'll share it with you real quick. Blogs. To share this with you real quick. This is a blog that I'm writing for Ingy Socks. For those who have heard of them, they are toe socks for runners. And just a little side bit, I'm actually a toe sock model. So if you look on the Ingy website, emails, and social media, you'll see a lot of my feet and legs and toes. Yes, and I get paid to do this. I'm a toe sock model. You might even know Professor Cooperman, Claire Cooperman. She teaches, I think she teaches consumer marketing. She's actually the director of operations at Ingy, and she's a professor at Cal State San Marcos as well. So huge fan of Ingy, so it's nice to be able to write blogs for them. So catchy title, The Real Deal, Training and Being Pregnant with Kate Barrett. So Kate Barrett is an ambassador runner, really famous runner. She runs the Olympic marathon trials super fast. And so I did an interview with her on her being pregnant and still being able to run. So I kind of had a hook in here. I got some statistics. I have a link. It's all spaced out in sections and paragraphs, talking about her, what's going on, what tips does Kate have for female runners who are looking to start a family, talking about her, another link written by, so kind of have all the basics in here. I don't think I have a cliffhanger in there, but I do have a quote from her. Cliffhanger is, I guess, follow Kate Barrett on her pregnancy journey and her next virtual challenge in September, the Women Run the Vote, a movement engaging athletes to encourage women to vote. So yes, I do have a cliffhanger at the end. So links, I do have images that will go with this. They're just not in the Word document. So, and always when you have statistics, you need to put your source. So I have the source in there. I won't be uploading this example that I wrote to Cougar Courses because it hasn't been posted yet, but as soon as it posts online, I will share that link with you guys. Be happy to do that. So that's your blog assignment. That's all we got going this week here. So read the Career Center, go over these lecture sites, start writing on your blog, and do the discussion 1 blogs here. Have a great week, guys. If you have any questions, always feel free to email me. Bye.